Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has expressed satisfaction at the centre's outreach on the contentious Citizenship Amendment Bill. In an exclusive conversation with Northeast Live Editor-in-Chief Wasbir Hussain, Sangma said a lot has changed in the last 1 year in the centre's approach to the issue. We'll listen in.
I have with me the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Mr. Conrad Sangma. Mr. Conrad Sangma, you have just come back after holding a series of meetings in New Delhi, where the main point of discussion was the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Have you seen the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and in what shape it may be introduced in Parliament? Will it address the concerns of the Northeast? What is your impression?
I think if you saw what had happened last year, there was a lot of opposition to the bill at that point in time, because it was a decision that was moved in such a manner where nobody was consulted. I think in the last 1 year there's been a lot of change. I must thank the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, for having reached out to so many organizations in so many states. And I think he must have met more than 100 groups. For my state alone, there were 24 groups that met him. And I think after he met all of these people, I think the concerns and all these things, he has noted all of that down. We don't know what the final outcome of the bill will be, but I think the concerns of the organizations and different states have been noted, and I think there will be efforts to make sure that those areas are addressed. The problem lies that every state has got its own dynamics.
Absolutely. A lot of people are now saying that the inner line permit system, if introduced holistically in the entire Northeast, is going to largely address the problem of migration. This is what many people say. What do you think?
No, I think inner line permit is one way to maybe have a check on things, but it's not something that again could be foolproof. But yes, having seen the situation right now that is there, nothing is going to be foolproof. We are only trying to see that how the Northeast states, other states could be insulated more and more from the different outcomes that we could have because of the implementation of the CAB. So I think it's really those concerns, and I think every state being very, very unique, having different mechanisms and different systems. I think it's important that there has to be some kind of tailored approach to each location. So I think the suggestions have been given to the Home Minister, and we hope the suggestions are incorporated, and let us see how it comes out. The final bill has not come out. The discussions are going on even now as we speak. Manipur, I think, will be meeting in a day or two, and then we will see and we'll come to know how things will happen.
My final question to you. There is a demand for the National Register of Citizens. The Union Home Minister has articulated that there will be a nationwide NRC. What about Meghalaya? Are you in favor of the NRC in the state to deal with this issue of migration?
No, I think overall when CAB comes in, I think the issue of NRC also is something that is Home Minister has expressed that could be one of the ways in which we'll be able to register and figure out who are the citizens and not. But I think it's an issue that is not as simple as that. There's a lot of complication involved in it. Even when we saw the exercise being conducted in Assam, there were a lot of repercussions, there were a lot of complications that came up. So I think though in the long run and overall, if you look at the entire aspect, it is something that needs to be done. But I think if you just simply say that we'll just do it without really planning it properly and really looking into the pros and cons of it, I think again it might create complications. So I think it's important once again to take everybody on board, ensure that all the mechanisms are put in place before we go for this. And from our side, again, we would be going for large scale consultation with different political parties and of course in the government itself and with other organizations also to see how this NRC issue can be addressed.
Absolutely. That was Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma speaking to me on Northeast Live, basically talking about the issue of the Citizenship Amendment Bill, saying that the Union government is at this point in time in consultations. There will be more consultations. And as far as the NRC issue is concerned, the Meghalaya Chief Minister has made it very clear that his government will go for large-scale consultations within the state before arriving at a decision.